Okay, 2.2 frequency distributions of qualitative data. We are going to construct a frequency distribution. We're told to have 6 classes. We're going to find cumulative frequency, midpoints, also relative frequency, which isn't here. I'll construct a messy histogram for you, and then we'll talk about the display of the data. So we're going to fill in this table. I have a table that represents number of hours of 40 subscribers listening to Pandora in a given week. So these are each numbers of hours that each subscriber listens to, and there's 40 total. The first thing we need to do, because we're told the number of classes, so I have 6 rows on my table here that I'm going to be filling in, is I need to find my class width. So I start with the range, because the class width is tailored to the range of our data. So largest minus smallest. Largest was 52. The smallest number of hours or lowest is 2. So my range is 50. My class width is when I take my range divided by the number of classes that I'm told to use, which is 6. This comes out to 8.3 repeating, and you have to round up to the next whole number, not off, up. You have to go above it to the next whole number so you cover all your data. Here you're going to start with your smallest number, your min, which was 2 hours. And then what you're going to do is you're going to add your width. So you add the width going this way. So plus 9 is 11, plus 9 is 20. And these are my lower limits for each class. I'm adding my class width. Plus 9, plus 9, plus 9. My upper limits are going to be consecutive. So it's 10, 11, 11, 10, right? So 10, 19, this has to be 28 to 29. Also, they're going up by 9. I'm adding my class width. So you can add 9 to this one, or if you had added 9 to this one, it would be 56, so that still has to be 55. Oops. Here we go. Sorry about that. So you could add 9 here to get this last one, or if you added 9 here, it'd be 56. This has to be 55. This is also going up by my class width. The frequency is where I am going to take a tally of every number between 2 and 10 on this table. So, for example, for this first class, I might use this symbol, and I'm going to do this in pencil. Okay, I paused that, but I put a slash through all 13 numbers that are between 2 and 10, including 2 and 10. The next 11 through 19, I'm going to use a different symbol. Maybe I'll underline them. Pause. Okay, I filled in those numbers with underline. There was 15 of them. Numbers between 20 and 28. Maybe I'll circle them. Ta-da. There's 7. (29 to 37). 1, 2, 3. I have 4 of them. What do we have left? Just 52. So I have none here and only 1 here. Okay, now I'm going to bring this down to here. So I had none in this class and 1 in this class. Remember, relative frequency is the frequency in each class divided by the total sample size. So 13 divided by 40. These are terminating decimals, top divided by bottom. They stop. So write out the whole decimal. If it's not terminating, remember you want to at least round to 3 decimal places. divided by 40. This comes out to 0.1. You could put 0, 0 if you want. You don't have to. 0 divided by 40 is 0. Now, if I add, which I forgot to do earlier, which I should have, you should always check to make sure that you have all your 40 numbers in your table. Your total frequency should equal your sample size, and it does. I'm going to make sure that I did these correctly, and I'm going to add up the sum of this column, my relative frequency, that I have one whole. Now, your midpoints, you can either add 10 and 2, so that's 12, divided by 2 is 6, or you can add 2 and 11, divided by 2 is 6.5. They're both correct. It depends on your tax. I'm going to do I'm going to use the lower and upper boundary for this. Now, this midpoint is the number that represents the middle of the class. So it should be in the middle. 6 is between 2 and 10. So they should make sense. Your midpoints should make sense. If you notice, my midpoints are going up by my class width of 9. So I can just add 9 going down to get the rest of my midpoints. And they're still in the middle of each class. So I added 9 going down, class width. Cumulative frequency is, I'm going to add up the number of people in each class cumulatively as I go down through the classes. So I start with how many people are in just the first class. Then if I take the first and the second class and I add them up, I have 28 between the first and second class. Then if I add the third class with that, I'm going to have 35 between the first and third class, and I go down. So 35 plus 4 is 39. There's nobody here, so I'm still at 39. And I add one more, and I end up with my total sample size. Cumulative frequency. So I drew the histogram that goes along with this. Very messy histogram. I don't even have a ruler. I labeled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 classes. Notice I used the midpoints to label them. And this is actual frequency in each class. So in the first class there was 13 people that landed in this class. 15 and then so on. So you'll notice that the data, it is skewed to the right, or positively. This histogram is skewed.